This is the iMarku cutting board with chef's knife. Let's take it out of the box. In the box we find a little description sheet as well as the cutting board itself. This is made out of acacia wood, which is a common wood used for cutting boards and things like that. You will have to excuse me because the surface I have here is not level. That is not a problem with the cutting board. It's a problem with the surface it's on, and I don't have a way to really correct that. The chef's knife is right here. You can see how that would come out. It has a slot built in right over there. There's also a knife sharpener built right into the cutting board. So when this knife here gets dull, you can run it through that a few passes and it'll sharpen it up. A lot of recipes will also say cut into 1-inch pieces. Well, there's a scale right here printed in the wood, so you can kind of gauge that as far as you're cutting things and stuff like that. There's some more features of this cutting board I'd like to tell you about as well. First of all, there's a foot at the bottom right here that pivots out, as you see, and you can stand it up just like this. So if you don't have room in a cabinet or something, but you have room against a wall or something, you can place it just like that, and it'll stand up, and it's a nice looking piece. This is what they call a juice groove, or something along that line. Basically, when you cut meats and things like tomatoes, stuff like that, the juice from them will run out, and oftentimes that's going to get on your table or your counter or wherever you're going to use this. Well, with this here, this channel, it'll store all of that in there, and then hopefully you can make it to the sink without spilling it everywhere and dump it in there to alleviate a lot of the mess that you'd otherwise have. The bottom of the cutting board has 4 rubber feet on it, as you see right there, to keep it from sliding around. These are nice, kind of what I like to call gooey rubber. They're not going to make a mess on your counter or anything like that, of course, but they're very sticky in a sense where they're not going to allow the cutting board to slide. It also has handles built in right here, these cutouts here and over here, so you can pick the cutting board up and bring it to another location. There's also a plate cutout over here, as you see, which is really nice because you can put a plate in there. Obviously this is upside down, but this way you can scrape the contents of the cutting board into the plate. So you can see how nicely the plate tucks underneath, so you can scrape anything into there without any problem. The cutting board is 16 inches by 14 inches, and here is the chef's knife right here. It has the iMarku branding on it. Has a nice handle on it right here. It's got about a 7 or 8 inch blade right there. Nice and sharp right out of the box, ready to go. So let's go ahead and use this, and I'll show you how it'll work. So over here you can see the scale, so if you need 1-inch pieces, you can go ahead and just cut those just like that, very easily, and get your 1-inch pieces. Or of course we can do a lot smaller as well. So if we come over here, knife technique is all up to you. You can hold it by the handle if you like. I like actually choking up on it a bit like this and cutting like this, and you see how the knife goes right through like butter, no problem at all. Nice sharp knife, and if you do have any issues with that, very simply, you can run it through the knife sharpener, which is just out of frame over here. But you can chop your celery up, which I happen to have here today, and you see how it works very, very well. Now, when you clean your cutting board off, you of course can have your plate over here. I don't have the room for that, but to give you an idea, I can take the knife. Always use the knife upside down when you scrape a cutting board, no matter what you have, because that'll keep from dulling the blade, and you can just run that over there. If I had something juicy that I was cutting up, that can go in this juice groove over here and help contain the mess on the cutting board. Now, for care of this, it's very simple. Any knife you use, no matter what, never put them in the dishwasher, and always hand wash them right away. Hot soapy water is going to be your best friend for that. As far as the cutting board itself, you can wash it in the sink. It's not dishwasher safe or anything like that. but it's very easy to take care of. You will, of course, get knife marks on the cutting board as you use it. That's normal, and it's to be expected. But to keep the cutting board looking the best, you can coat the cutting board with food-grade mineral oil, and you'll find that available in some stores and also online as well. And you just wipe it down. Usually you want to wipe it down like once a week or so with that, and just leave it, and it'll be perfectly fine and ready to go. So all around, a very nice cutting board and knife set from iMarku. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find it available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.